From the urban streets to the backcountry trailhead, today we're going to take a look at the Mountainsmith Grand Tour and see what it has to offer and how it is an amazing crossover backpack to fit not only your daily commuting needs, but light day hikes and trekking needs. Well, glad to be with you here today, folks. Thanks for joining us on another video here at Gideonstactical. Looking forward to really breaking down this particular pack from Mountainsmith and actually breaking it down compared to the other two packs in their line as well. I've previously reviewed the Divide, that is the slightly smaller version of the Grand Tour, and my wife and I used the World Cup, which is a slightly larger version of the Grand Tour, just with slightly different layouts and stuff, but kind of in their quote-unquote vintage, I think, line is what they call it, that we use as a baby diaper bag for about a year. So in this video, I'm going to share with you not only the reasons why I really like this pack, why I believe it's the best of those three packs I just listed, and kind of the best of both worlds, but also if you're in the market for a commuting bag to get to work and go to the office and, you know, to study if you're a college student or high school student, but also to be able to hit some trails and do some hiking and go on some adventures, why I believe this has a great crossover capability. So we're going to dive right into that first off, just to show you how easy it is to switch from a commuting bag, which is how I would usually use this, directly into a day hiking pack without much difficulty. From leaving work, hitting a close by trail, and what I love about it is that all I have to do, pull out all my computer stuff, take my bladder, feed it through, throw my camera gear in, zip that bad boy up. We're basically ready to rock and roll because I got my mini survival kit, got my mini med kit, pull out the sternum strap and belly strap, attach those bad boys, and we're ready to rock and roll and get away from all this road noise, start hitting the trail. And that's what's so nice about this pack, is that it rides like a day pack when you are going to the office, and also rides like that when you're on the trail. So for, I would say, maybe 10 miles round trip or less, and I would say if you were to pack it with under 20 pounds of gear, you'd be very happy with the results that you get out of this backpack, not only if you're carrying a lot of gear to the office, but also if you're carrying a lot of gear out in the backcountry. I always love the toughness and durability, and it's awesome to see the Cordura logo on this pack, and you're going to see that on all three of the vintage, or those three packs I listed, series from Mountainsmith. This is 610 denier Cordura fabric, phenomenal. That's a great balance of not being so overbuilt that it gets heavy, but not underbuilt that it's going to tear out or get worn out quickly. So it's got a great long-term, lifespan, I would feel. And Mountainsmith also has their lifetime warranty on their pack. So I mean, that really works well and works in conjunction. So you can have a long-term, reliable backpack, but it's not, the super heavy-duty thing. It weighs 1 pound, 15 ounces empty. And this thing is going to have a capacity of 19 liters, and it's going to be about 18 inches tall. So all those things going together, and as we're about to break down for you today, has a lot going for it as just a daily commuter or that light day pack. So it's going to have dual water bottle pouches with this mesh but reinforced bottoms. You're going to have one of the compression straps go right over that. So I usually keep it loose when I have the bottle in there, but if you didn't and you're just running bladders, you can cinch it down and keep it tight. Then you have your other compression strap up here that you can run your bottle loops through to make sure that it's nice and secure, because there is no shock shock cord to kind of keep it tight. But this is a 48-ounce silo Nalgene, and it fits in there very easily. And again, you're gonna have that on both sides. On the back panel, you're gonna get reflective shock cord with a little cinch tab down there, so easily be able to attach raincoats and light outer shells, things like that. And you're gonna get 4 D-rings as well, so you could put carabiners or other shock cord if you wanted to crisscross to do different things. So you got a lot of lashing on the back, but it's really low profile to kind of help with not giving you a lot of molly or something like that. Now this is personally one of my favorite compartments. Is on the exterior, running in a vertical fashion. We have a full-bodied zipper and exterior panel or pocket that allows me to carry my little pocket survival kit. It allows me to carry a full-size medical kit and a multi-tool in the bottom. And again, I got that high vis, so I can get a lot of exterior stuff, and that's particularly for, regardless if it's around town or hiking, a great quick access exterior pocket that's easy to find and get stuff in and out. No organization in there, but it works really well and has a lot of space. Now, I really like how Mountainsmith offers technology or laptop compartments that are almost a separate compartment altogether. It's really cool. So we got a vertical zipper down here that's gonna run the full body of the pack. Opens up again to that high vis, so you can see what's going on at my full-size iPad in there. But this should fit, according to what they say, most 15.4 screened laptop. So if your laptop screen is 15.4, it should fit in there. It's nice and wide. We do have extra foam on the bottom down here that actually is velcroed in, and you can kind of fold up if you're not carrying any technology and you want it to be nice and slim, or kind of fold it down to give it a little boxy feel to really give the padding and support that you want. So there's padding on the back, there's padding on the bottom, and there's padding on the other panel between you and the technology. So it's not only comfortable and not quite as rough on your back, but also very protective of whatever technology you may be putting in here. And so when it comes to the yoke, the back panel, all of that, what we have are really nice S-shaped shoulder straps, high density foam in there. What I really like what Mountainsmith did here is that they've given us breathable mesh along right where your collar and your neck line is, and then cuts down below down here, and then on the exterior is where you're gonna get that double sewn heavy duty feel to just give you reinforcement and strength. They didn't do that on both sides, which then tends to rub on your neck and on your collar area and can be uncomfortable for long periods of time. They've rolled that mesh over onto your neck, and you're gonna have mesh along the entire back panel here of those shoulder straps, and then the exact same mesh on the back panel here. Now, all that mesh lends itself to be very comfortable and very breathable. The downside is that over time, it can tend to pill, and if you get caught on stuff, particularly if you're doing a lot of outdoor activities, you may start to see a little bit of tearing over time, but that's years and years down the road. And from my experience with packs that I've used that have all the mesh, I would rather take that. I'm not so hard on my packs. I'm not like falling down mountains and traversing the Continental Divide every single weekend, requiring a more heavy duty backing. So for me, for definitely more commuter and a couple quick hikes here and there, it definitely offers enough breathability, and I would prefer the breathability over the durability of some maybe more like quote unquote assault packs or things like that are out there. And then we have 2 loops here to run different things through, like a water bladder or whatever. We got one plastic D-ring that you can attach stuff to, and then we've got that ladder system right here for the sternum strap that is completely removable, and then the belly strap that we showed you a little earlier. This is how I usually will run it when I'm going to the office and around town, and then I just carry those items inside the pack and then attach the sternum strap and belly strap if I'm hiking. But I'm glad it has a belly strap standard. The sternum strap fits well. The length of the shoulder straps are good for my larger torso, being 6'2", about 215. So it fits really well, rides really well. They don't feel too short or too small on the straps, including when I put the sternum strap on, it rides where I want it to. And then we even have a reinforced grab handle here to hang it on, or just to grab, move it from the vehicle to maybe your home or something like that if you don't have a distance that would require to throw it over your shoulder. So being in the Rocky Mountains, we get about 300 days of sunshine a year is what Colorado has, and so sunglasses are really important to me. I wear them year round, regardless if it's winter or summer. And so what's nice is, and I love any pack that will give me a designated sunglass holder, and that's what Mountainsmith has done with this. They give you a very generous fleece-lined sunglass or cell phone compartment. I mean, I could get a pair of most size snow goggles inside this compartment. Again, being fleece lined and high vis, I can see what's going on inside. I don't have to worry about a secondary case or something like that for my sunglasses. I can just throw those in there, and it's accessible from the outside of the bag. I don't have to go digging and rummaging around in there. Now, as you saw earlier, it does have one down the center hose port for a hydration bladder, which is always great. I like to see that, particularly on commuting bags, for that crossover capability. 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to use this to get to the office, but on that you know, once a year trip I'm doing, you know, for work, or maybe, you know, after work, I want to bounce over to a trail and I didn't have time to pack out my entire backpack and I'm just doing, you know, like 2 hours on a trail or something. It's great to have the option for water bladders. So this is the only drawback really that I feel to the pack, is to get into the main compartment. It has those really generous YKK zippers, very large. I've never had them caught or, you know, feet up on each other, good tabs. But you can only really open the pack slightly before you hit the compression straps, and it's really kind of hard to get anything out of it without disconnecting the compression straps. So the pack really only opens up about 1/3. I mean, it's doable, and you know, I can grab this sleeve that I carry a lot of my other technology in and get to it, but if I'm trying to get stuff down in here, I really need to disconnect at least one side to get the pack to open up a little more fully and then get access to what's going on inside. And inside we have, again, that attachment for the bladder, your sleeve that you could put a secondary laptop or just other gear, books, whatever you would want down right there. Inside you do have 2 compartments, 2 big pockets, I guess, for like a notepad or something, cell phone, and then 2 little pen ports right there that you could do a little bit of organization in the main body. But this is kind of a low organizational pack. It's good to have either secondary organizational pouches or something like that if you have a lot of loose gear, pens, pencils, power chargers, cables. There are a few pockets, but not a lot of like admin capability, particularly having the admin pouch in here in the main compartment. I don't use it very often for many things. Finally, as a nice added little feature, this is the inside of that sunglass pocket we looked at a little earlier. You roll that out of the way, and then you have another little organizational pocket, again, YKK. I like to throw my earbud case on there, open that guy up, and this is a perfect size for keys. I tend to put some gum, some breath mints, and like a couple little deodorant wipes. These are bomb, by the way. What are these? EO all natural deodorant wipes. But anyway, I like to throw a couple little items in there. It's kind of tucked out of the way, but it's a perfect size for those type of kind of small little items. So I apologize if we get interrupted by a chainsaw. We got some chainsaw work going on, and you got to work with what you got. What we are looking at when it comes to price, and I want to also hit now the comparison to not only Divide, but the World Cup as well. Now, this pack is going to go right around between like $90 and $100, and for the features, the well-known brand name, and the fabric and material, I think it has a lot going for it for that price point. Now, it's in the same realm of a lot of other companies like Vertex, 511, Panagonia, you know, a lot of those companies. So it's competing in that market, and you're getting a lot of capability for that. Now, I'm going to have links for you guys over to Amazon as well as over to Backcountry, where you can find these and pick these up. They are, I believe, transitioning some colors right now. So I actually picked this guy up for 60 bucks over at Sierra Trading Post. So I will see if they're still available. I'll throw those down there. You can find some of their older colors. I believe they're going to just gray and blue, or now black and their logo being yellow, you know, kind of like a yellow vintage. I have the old copper version, so I think they're transitioning some of those older models out, so you might be able to find one on a steal, but the normal going rate is about $80 to $90. And we appreciate it when you purchase through those links to Amazon as well as to Backcountry as well, and all the other ones that I'll offer to you, and all the other companies and things that we offer week in, week out. We appreciate that when you make your purchasing decisions through those links. Now, compared to the smaller Divide, the reason that I like the Grand Tour more, the Divide's about $10 to $15 cheaper, around $80, but it's only gonna have one water bottle pouch. The other side pocket is kind of goofy. I didn't really see a lot of value in it, and it's just an overall smaller pack. So you're not gonna get as much space, you're not gonna get as much capability as the Grand Tour out of it, and losing some of those features, those key features, like the extra water bottle pouch and just extra size and capacity, really affect its usability on the larger items, either when you have a bigger laptop or you just like to carry a little more gear like me. A medical kit is something maybe that you throw when you go to the office, or when you're doing hiking and backpacking. It limits its capability, and I think the Divide is more of just purely better suited for commuting and when you don't need a lot of space or gear in your commuting choices. And on the flip side, the World Cup, though it was very large and it's a bigger bag, it is going to be about 120 on average. Again, same materials, 610 Cordura, removable sternum straps, removable belly strap, all that type of stuff, compression. That one is actually designed, in World Cup being in the name, that one is designed to be actually like a cyclist commuting bag, so that you can put like your cycling shoes in there and be able to handle a helmet and some other things like that. It has an exterior stuff pocket for a helmet, so it is great for that. And if you are a cyclist, that would actually be probably the best of all three choices. But for daily commuting, it's really wide. It's a very wide pack. It kind of feels like a turtle shell, and though it was very large and able to carry a lot of the gear for the kids, it just was never super conducive, particularly for my wife when she was using it as that diaper bag. Even for me, I just felt like I had this kind of big, wide, goofy pack on me, and there's just a lot of just kind of throw in dump pockets with not a lot of organization. The Grand Tour has more organization than the World Cup, in my opinion, and just the way it's laid out and features that it offers to you. And it just was kind of too bulky, too goofy for average, not only commuting, but I believe also hiking. It's better to actually get at that point, and for that price, something with an actual waist strap that will put the load onto your hips and those type of things, because of its capacity. It's this weird, goofy thing that, unless I believe you're really like a commuting cyclist, it's not going to be ideally suited for you, and you're going to pay an extra, $20 to $30 depending on where you get it from. So that's why I believe the Grand Tour is kind of the blending of both worlds and giving you the best capability and crossover capability in that regard. And as we draw near to the end of 2019, I would say, if you were to ask me, hey, I'm looking for a commuting EDC, everyday carry bag that I could also do a little crossover, hiking, trekking, those type of things, and you want kind of a crossover capability, my two favorite options for the year is either the 511 LV18, which is an awesome pack that's going to be a little bit more expensive. It's a little more durable in the way that they designed it, definitely more of kind of like a low profile tactical feel. It has MOLLE webbing inside, it has CCW compartments and those type of things. So if you're more in that vein of what you're looking for, I would go with that option. But if you don't need those type of things and you are looking to save a few bucks and also get a lot of crossover capability, then I think that this is the other option. That's going to be a little bit cheaper, still great durability and great performance, but if you don't need more of a tactical feel and you want more of a commuting, hiking feel, then the Grand Tour is a phenomenal option, and kind of like my two favorites for the year for this crossover capable backpack. So guys, I hope this video has just been entertaining, informative, helped you out, helped you with the decision making on whether or not this is the right pack for you and your needs and what you're looking for, or if there's other stuff out there on the market that is just better suited for your needs. That's what we always want to do here at the channel with these type of videos. So thank you so much. Check out the other video popping up. Subscribe if you're not a current subscriber, and we're making content all the time. And finally, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.